This is Omar Ahmed for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. With me is Andy Lee and Mr. Johnny Ward. Been a while since you've been IFL. I'll come to you first, Johnny. How are you?
I'm good, thank you very much for asking. How are you?
I'm very good, thanks. Andy, you all good?
Fine.
You've got a fine young man next to you as well. Tell me a little bit about Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny is trained by my brother Roger, who's probably the best coach in the Lee family.
You're being harsh here, Andy.
No, he just doesn't have the reputation yet, but he will do in time. Way better coach than I am. And so Johnny's been coming up and sparring with Jason Quigley, and they've had some great spars to prepare Jason for the Andrade fight.
Yeah, just talk to me a little bit about that sparring with Jason, mate.
Yeah, very, very good. It's bringing me on loads and loads. Obviously, sparring Jason and sparring in front of obviously Tyson and Fury in the gym.
Tyson doing his corner.
Tyson doing my corner. And no, very good. Bring me on loads. I'm fighting myself on the 27th of this month, so it was perfect timing for me. And very, very impressed with Jason, and I think he's going to cause an upset.
Okay. You've just been to Mr. Eddie Earn there, telling him about a couple of people that you sparred and got one over. Do you want to just tell us a little bit?
I've done all these prospects, even the big ones.
Don't mention no names.
Not mentioning no names. Sparring.
This guy's a weapon here.
I'm the best. I'm the best unsigned fighter in this country. And any one of Eddie Hearn's prospects, between super, mid, light, heavy, I win the box free of charge. I'll beat him. Facts.
Free of charge, yeah?
Facts. I'll beat him. I'm diamond in the dirt. No one's seen me yet, but wait till I'm seen.
You don't need the money. He's a millionaire, this fella.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Well, you dripped out an LV.
No, definitely not. All fake, all slime. No. Listen, obviously everyone, all Eddie Hearn's fighters are all good fighters, and I never talk about sparring, and it's completely different than a fight. But I just think I'm the best unsigned boxer in this country, and I'm not getting the recognition I deserve.
Well, he's got to earn it. He's got to take his time. Yeah.
He's not very confident, is he?
No, he's confident. He's a good fighter. Very good young fighter, and big future.
Well, listen, best of luck on, did you say the 27th, you're right?
27th of November. Yeah, November 27th.
All right, well, listen, good to get you
Thank you very
back
much.
on. Andy, just ask you a few things, please, whilst you're here. Obviously, a big rematch between Joseph Parker and Derek Chisora, December 18th. Firstly, so getting the win, no kind of rematch clause in it as well. Why is Joseph actually taking this, Andy?
I felt it was the right thing to do after the first result, and I felt Joseph didn't. He should have finished the job or won convincingly. I thought in the immediate aftermath, I thought Chisora won the fight. I thought we'd gotten the weight wrong. I haven't watched it back. I can see Joe won the fight, but I said to Chisora there in the ring, I said, "We'll give you a rematch. You deserve a rematch." And so this was always my preferred option. And Joe needs to win this fight in style and win it by knockout, and then move on to and put himself where he should be in the heavyweight division.
Andy, there was a potential situation where him and Joe Joyce would have fought. Obviously, we know Joyce is number one with the WBO, and there was talks about that. So, was it just on your mind that we're going to stick to our word and fight Derek, or was the Joe Joyce fight a potential as well?
That's one for the future. It's going nowhere. But I felt we had unfinished business, and we owed it to Chisora. It would look like we were running away from him. So, he's got to beat Chisora, and then we'll fight Joyce. Maybe next or maybe down the road.
Do you think you get a more convincing win this time?
Yeah. From what I'm seeing, listen, everyone will say that this and that, but from what I'm seeing in the gym from Joseph, listen, we had 5 weeks together the first time round. Meeting for the first time, never training together, and then expecting to have any impact on his style, it's just too short a period. But now we've had 7 or 8 months together. He has a better understanding of what I'm trying to achieve and what he needs to do to reach that next level.
Okay. Well, listen, we look forward to a huge night on December 18th. Of course, that night as well, Tommy Fury, someone you know very well, of course, goes in against Jake Paul. Just speaking to Eddie there, I had the conversation, and he was saying how a lot of people are seeing this as a 50-50 fight. Why do you think that is?
They have a similar experience. Like, Tommy doesn't have any amateur experience, and yeah, it's not like the one is decorated amateur and one is just and I think Jake Paul is improving all the time. He's training like a proper professional now, and so I like it doesn't. Tommy's still probably a favourite in my eyes, watching them both fight, but it's not that wide, you know. It's close fight. Yeah.
How's he looking, Tommy?
Tommy's looking good. He's been lifted by the presence of Tyson. He was in America training with Sugar Hill. Just felt a bit homesick. Not homesick, but just had to come home for some reasons and personal reasons. and now he's with Tyson, and it's probably the best thing he ever done. I wish Tyson could help me train my fighters, because not just the enthusiasm, but also the depth of knowledge there. Tyson's a boxing genius. Yeah, I'll help him out as much as they want me to, but I think he's pretty much in good hands with Tyson. Yeah, and Big John will be there as well.
Yeah, it's not a bad trainer to have, Tyson Fury.
One of the best. To learn from the best. Yeah, you learn more from your examples than what you learn from being told. You know, so if there's anything that he lacks verbally, Tyson can display it. You know, and show him exactly what he has to do. Give him prime examples of what he has to do.
Surely the fact that Tommy's been around fighting people all his life from a young kid, obviously he's the youngest one, in terms of the brothers and the whole family, that stands him in good stead, yeah?
Yeah, it does, but it also brings a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. He's put himself in a no-win situation, I think, where if he wins the fight, yeah, you beat him. But if he loses the fight, then it's going to be tough for him to recover his reputation, I think.
Yeah, that's the honest way of putting it.
It's truth, yeah. So, but I admire him for taking it on, and if he fights anyway like he should and can, he should win. Yeah.
Just switching to another topic, how are you finding life on DAZN?
It's a gift. I'm so grateful to have that job. Gets me to the fights every week. Gives me a platform where my opinion, I don't know. You know, it's an addictive thing giving your opinion. So you have to be careful not to abuse it and give everyone their respect and try to understand what the fighters are going through when they're in the ring and how they might have prepared. And I just love it. I love it, and I'm so happy to have the job. And hopefully I can keep it as long as I can.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure people love listening to you, Andy. You've had some good feedback, surely.
I see all this talk, just to say, like all this talk, I was going to talk to you last week about it, because there was a video Coogan did with Anthony Joshua, and he mentioned me, and you know, I rate Andy Lee, and I really appreciate that he mentioned me and thinks about that way of me. But I was thinking, he's gone around to all these trainers, Anthony Joshua, and I hooked Tyson Fury up, not to be arrogant, but I think Tyson Fury's with Sugar Hill because of me, and I could see that was going to work, and that was the perfect relationship, and how Tyson's developed since then. And I would, if Anthony Joshua rates me and wants to listen to me, if it means anything, I think the best coach out there for Anthony Joshua is Adam Booth. Adam Booth is the best coach in England, to me.
Why for Anthony Joshua?
Because no one has an understanding of the game like Adam Booth. No one knows what it takes to improve a fighter like Adam Booth. But I think it comes with a few conditions. When they go to the gym, the only person who walks through that door is Anthony Joshua, and the only person who walks through that door is Adam Booth. They lock it behind them and they get to work. Every day like that. I think they buried himself, entrenched himself in whatever Adam sees and thinks. He's told me a few things, Adam. Just a few text messages back and forth, and how would he improve Joshua? And I think if Joshua's going to listen, Rob McCracken's a great coach and doesn't need replacing in my eyes. But if he's going to go down, at least I think he should touch base with Adam and just explore that avenue, because I think Adam Booth is the best coach in England, and it's insane that I'm getting a job when Adam Booth's still out there as a coach and even as a pundit or as a commentator.
If he hooks up with Adam Booth and he commits to it, and what you're saying happens, does he beat Usyk in a rematch?
He's a weapon. He is a weapon. Look what David Haye used to do. Beat Valuev, beat Ruiz, beat Monty Barrett, beat all these fighters at heavyweight. Challenged the greatest heavyweight in his prime, Vladimir. Now, it wasn't the performance and whatever control Adam had over that camp, I'm not sure, but if you follow Adam Booth, because he's like a cult leader, and if you follow him, join his cult, look at the results speak for themselves. World champion me, Brian Burnett world champion, David Haye, George Groves. And I think if they put the work in together, well, Michael Conor might be the next one, but I think Anthony Joshua will definitely be one as well.
Boxing's a small world, surely that can get made.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, ring him, pick up the phone, they know each other, I'm sure they do. I think it's worth exploring. I would be so excited by that partnership. Listen, it's only my opinion, but I think Adam Booth is the man.
For people who haven't seen Anthony's interview, I'm sure lots of people watching this have, but what did he specifically say about you during the interview?
Oh, he just said how I was involved with Tyson and how Sugar Hill and I transformed his style, and he was using that as an example about gaining knowledge of the fight game and going to America. But the answer is not always in America. It takes personality as well as style and understanding. And you look at the fighters who have gone to America since Tyson. Derek Chisora went to Buddy McGirt. Dillian White with Harold Shadow Knight. Did Nicole have an American coach, and now Boatsi's with Virgil Hunter. I'm not sure how long that might last. You know, it's not always the answer. And going over there is not always the answer. Sometimes, I think the level of standard of coaching in Britain is very good now. And I just think, for me, outside of when Daniel Stewart died, there was nobody else I'd ask or even consider training with. I wanted to train with Adam Booth, and I was lucky enough to get that. And I just think him and Joshua would make an unbelievable team.
That's very interesting. What's Adam said to you about him?
Nothing. I just texted him. I said, "What would you do with Anthony Joshua?" He said a couple of things not for me to reveal. And listen, it really excited me.
I think we're just wrapping up. One more thing. Tyson and Sugar Hill have both said they'd train Anthony Joshua. Would you welcome that as well?
I think it'd be a funny dynamic, wouldn't it? And I'm not sure it could happen, but yeah, I'm sure they're up for it. Well, it seems like everybody wants that payday. Everybody wants that job, don't they?
Sure.
Everyone's putting their name in the hat or chucking out their opinion, and it's not for me. I'm Team Joe. I'm Team Tyson. But for Adam Booth, I wouldn't like to be on the opposite corner of Adam Booth's in the other corner.
Well, listen, I appreciate your insight.
Cheers.
Press is start, and thank you very much.